I'm gonna show you guys market structure in a way that might be a little bit different than what you've probably seen in other videos. The purpose of this video is to give you kind of the perspective that I have when I'm in the market looking for setups. I've been able to catch moves like this right here, moves like this right here, moves like this right here, and all of my students are catching moves like this. It's really, really cool. So by the end of this video, my hope is that you would have mastered market structure in the way that I see it so that you can make profits today. Let's get into it. All right, y'all, so this is what breakout structures are. These are gonna be very important as you guys are trying to learn how to trade and just learn systematically how the market moves. We're not gonna get into liquidity today in this video. We're gonna talk about it in another video, but this is gonna help you understand the market significantly because this is what moves it. So when you guys are looking at structure, there's an uptrend, there's a downtrend, and then there's a range. You never want to trade in the range. You only want to trade when it's an uptrend or a downtrend. Most of the times when I lose in the market, it's because I'm trading in a range. You never want to do that, okay? So you have your uptrend right here, which shows the higher highs and then the higher lows. And then you have your downtrend right here, which shows the lower highs and the lower lows. So let me give you guys a chart example right here. What I like to do is mark it with lines. So you have the lowest point of the market right here. So if we just got in, you have the low right here, and then you got the high right here. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna fast forward price. You're gonna wait until price breaks it with a body close, okay? So you have a body close in the market. And body close, it really just means where the full candle, the full body of it closed above this wick right here by this line. So we drew the line to just identify exactly where at price the high was, and then where it breaks with the body, okay? So you got this high and you got this low. So now what we're doing is we're waiting for a retracement to make sure that we can solidify a new low. So cool, we got a retracement right here. This would be our new high right here, and then this would be our new low. So you got the new low right here and you got the new high. What you're trying to do is figure out if price is gonna continue in a direction, if it's gonna continue going up, or is it going to shift to a new direction and start going down. But we don't know what price is gonna do. We don't predict price, we just react. So price never closed below this low. It tried to, but it didn't. So we're gonna wait for a body close as it pushes up. So I want y'all to tell me in the comment section right here, did it push up with a body right here? Did price push with the body off of this line right here? Let me know. If you answered yes, then you are 100% correct. Price pushed up with a body. So what we're gonna do is wait for a little bit of retracement just to solidify it. So we got a little retracement right here, perfect. So this is our new high right here, and our new low is gonna be the lowest point. So that's how you mark the highs and the lows. I wanna keep going until we can change character. So this will be the new high. We got the retracement right here, and the low is gonna be closer to it. So this is how my strategy actually works, which we'll go into at the end of the video, of just how do you catch moves like this. So we're on the 15-minute right here, but how do you catch moves? How do you capitalize on market structure like this? This is gonna be a game changer. So, okay, we got a body close right here. We're just waiting for a full retracement. So we got that right there, but now price is starting to range. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? So this will be what they call liquidity right here. So it swept this low. Let me mark it. So it swept this low down here and then continued to push up. So if we get a body close, then it'll continue the direction. But right now, price is ranging and you don't want to trade it. So, okay, this is good. So price swept liquidity right here. It ends up pushing down, and then it just broke all the way through. Now, if you trade my strategy, you would have capitalized on this right here. You would have caught a banger right here, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Because we got that higher time frame retracement, our high is now right here, And our new low, because this was the lowest point, is right here. So we just keep going. All right, this is a change of character right here, guys. This is gonna be where we start going to the downside. And I'm doing this all in one go just so you guys can see the market will never just continue to go up and it'll never just continue to go down. It always has to shift. Like it'll go in consolidation periods, it'll go in uptrend periods, it'll go in downtrend periods. But these are just the things that you guys have to look out for. So we got the retracement right here. So this would actually be the new low right here. And the new high would actually be this area right here. The reason this is the high right here is because this was the highest point that it got after it broke this low. We're gonna wait for price to break with a body in one direction. And I can't wait to show y'all how to capitalize on this. All right, so it changed character again. So this would be the new high because we got some retracement. And then this would be the low right here. So we're just gonna keep going. And now we're starting to lose momentum in the market, but this is a great push right here. So this will be the high, and this right here will be the low. This is a really choppy price action, but yeah, that's how you do it. Man, we would have capitalized on this right here too. Man, we would have capitalized on some heat. So what we're doing is we're just waiting for price. All right, now as awkward as this one looks, this would be the high right here. It's really awkward. This is where it gets a little bit more advanced, where it's like, okay, how do I pick which one is which? You always want to just make sure that when price breaks a high, let me use the arrow. When price breaks like a high right here with a body close, then it creates that new high. And then the low is always going to be the most recent low. That's why I wait for the retracement. A lot of people don't wait for the retracement on the break of structure, but that's just what I do. And honestly, I call it break of structure on both sides. I actually got that from somebody by the name of TP Carlos, where he just called it break of structure on both sides, just because it's easier to identify versus, break of structure, change of character. When you're new and you're trying to learn this stuff, I like to keep it as simple as possible. So, all right, we got the body close right here. We just want to wait for the retracement. All right, so this will be the high right here, and this would be the low. Boom, so that's how it works. It's super duper simple, but that's exactly how it works. So you got the uptrend, downtrend, and range. So not every zigzag is a real structure. So the problem is a lot of beginners over-label minor pivots. So let's go back really quick, because there was a lot of minor pivots in our chart. And that's how you avoid becoming liquidity and getting faked out in the markets when you guys are in a trade. So if you guys go, let's take it back like right here. Not every zigzag is, it's a move. So you got, let's just say this was the low right here, and let's just say, I forgot what it was, but let's just say like this was the high right here. What people will typically do is we call this internal structure. So they're actually trading price that's inside of a range and they don't even know it. So people zoom in a lot closer and they're like, oh, this right here, this is the low, boom, okay. This right here is the high, boom. All right, so we're gonna just try to take a trade somewhere. Okay, all right, so that was the high right there, and this is the low. A lot of these are internal structure, and you wanna avoid internal structure because what happens is you can enter a trade, you can get caught up in a lot of bad trades because you're trading internal structure and not external structure. That's why really, with my strategy, it's really a 15-minute strategy. We just enter on the 1 minute. Well, my students enter on the 1 minute. I enter on the 15-second, but we'll talk about that later. So the fix is you want to use consistent swing selections and fixed look back meaningful levels only. So you only want to make sure that you are doing the external highs and lows and not the internal. So let's continue to keep going. So break of structure versus change of character. The break of structure is a continuation. So let's go back. The break of structure is always a continuation. So if we're looking at this right here, this is clearly an uptrend. Price is not going to go up all the time. Like I said, price is it's gonna reverse, it's gonna reject, it's gonna consolidate. So as we're looking at the market right here, let's just say we got in right here or we're looking at it, we're like, oh, price is going up. This thing's gonna go up forever. What typically happens is people get what they call liquidity trapped. And so they think that price is going up when really, it's falling. So just right here, you could have took a buy like right here, low key would have got liquidity depending on where your stop loss was, got a big old push. If you didn't get out right here, you would have lost the trade. So that's why you have to be very careful of that. So you have a breaker structure and then you have the change of character. So you want to make sure that you're not trading against the trend unless you have a strategy that's designated to catch reversals. I don't do that. I do have a reversal portion in my course, but if you guys don't want to catch reversals and you want to focus only on continuations, which is very beginner friendly, then you want to make sure that you guys do that. So here's your daily checklist just to make sure that you're doing every single thing right as it pertains to marking the correct highs and lows in your chart. You want to mark the last swing highs and swing lows. So let me just take it back, like just where I can't even see. Just take it back where I can't even see. If you guys got in the market just randomly right here, and you was like, okay, I'm getting in the market right here, I want to see what's going on, you want to mark the most recent swing highs and swing lows. So this is clearly a low right here. This is clearly a high right here. This would not be your low. Let me mark it. This would not be your low until price breaks this high. Does that make sense? Please let me know. That is not your low until this high gets broken with a body close, okay? You're gonna wait and you're gonna identify, okay, we got the low right here. So this is now our new low. We're waiting for a retracement to mark that new high. All right, so we got our very small retracement. So price broke structure again. So we're gonna wait. Losing momentum. So, okay, this is really internal structure that we wanna avoid, but all right, so this is obviously the high right here. This will obviously be the low right here. So it really just takes a lot of practicing and working on. I believe that once you guys like backtest it and master it, I should do a video on how to backtest, but backtesting and mastering how to make it work, it's really going to amplify your trading and push it to the next level. I believe it's really going to bless a lot of you guys in understanding that. So you want to mark the most recent swing highs and swing lows. The next thing that you want to do is label either the breaker structure or change of character. I don't do it just because, it's engraved in my brain now. But what you can do is you can double click your line and you can put a text to it and you can say breaker structure. And you can save that. And now you know that this is a breaker structure line. And on that one, you could put change of character. Or you could just say breaker structure for both sides, whichever is easier for you. It's really simple once you guys get the hang of it. Next thing that you want to do is make sure that the body close above or below the line that you put. And then the next thing and the last thing that you want to check is to make sure that there's a high time frame context, which goes directly into the strategy that I'm gonna show you guys. Are y'all ready? Let's just take this back a little bit. So let's do it right here. So we got our high and low, right? So let's just say that this is the low and then this is the high. What we're doing is we're waiting for price to break structure, boom, with a body close. We drop to the 1 minute. This is gonna be a game changer for some people, man. This is gonna be a game changer. I keep glitching a little bit because I'm trying to get used to my new mouse. I'm used to just flowing because I got a Mac, but it's like really awkward with my mouse. So show me grace, please. But let me take it back because we would have actually got in the market. Now I can't show you guys the deep confluences that show me that this is a valid setup because that is in the course and I want to be fair to the people that paid for it. But I will show you guys this, and I have a full-length video on it already, and I believe that this is gonna help you become profitable. But we got the line closed. We're gonna enter off of the fair value gap. We're gonna cover some sort of swing point right here, and we're just gonna take it easy. We're gonna go for like a 1 to 2. All right, let's go for the 1 to 2. Let's create that limit order. Let's risk a whole bunch of money. Let's risk, is that 260,000? No, that's 26,000. Let's risk 26,000 to make 52,000. Boom. All right, we're in the market. TP hit. That's my strategy, guys. Okay, go use it. And if you guys don't want to use it, go get my indicator. So before I let y'all go, I definitely wanted to show y'all the wins that my students be catching, y'all. So we got move right here, boom, move right here, whole bunch of, somebody got a payout, bruh. Moves right here. People use my strategy indicator or course. They just go completely crazy with it. I even want to show the bot wins, man. People winning with the bot. It is actually insane how often people are winning using my stuff, man. It makes me so happy. Somebody even passed their challenge today, bruh, on this new My Fund of Futures EVA thing. Somebody got his first ever payout, man. Like, it's crazy, y'all. Tap in with my stuff, bruh. I be blessing people, y'all. Man, as I'm over here editing the video, I literally forgot to tell you that this video right here is going to be a humongous blessing for you. I am going to start going into how to trade a lot more on this channel. Please let me know if this was helpful, please, in the comment section, just so I can, know how to cater to my audience better. But go ahead and check this video out right here, and I'll see you there.